Circa March 27, 2024, Nuns Connections had a DLC which issued a new playable character, Ishiki Otsuki. But honestly, this video isn't truly about that. This video is about 8 things that I've seen that have changed in Naruto and also need to still be changed that have made this game a lot better. It's actually a good game, guys, now, so I think it's worth you guys buying. But stick around and watch the video because we're going to take a deep dive and I'll explain what changes they made to actually make the game more competitive and more exciting for players, but what changes still need to be made because the game is, let's face it, a little bit not up to par. But without further ado, let's get into this video, guys. The biggest change that I have to say that I noticed that I'm really glad that I think they actually listened to our videos, so shout out all the creators in the space, Globe Cool creators like myself, because I know that they have a PR team or whatever team looking around to see what people like about the game and what they hate, because I'll be honest, they almost lost us for a second, but now the game feels a little bit more playable and enjoyable, especially online. So the biggest thing that I saw, the first change was number 1, no more armor jutsu. So armor jutsu is when, let's say you dash and someone does Rasengan, the Rasengan automatically has a bit of armor that would stop your dash and automatically go into the jutsu. It made basically dashing worth a waste of time. You better off just summoning a jutsu, and anyone with a type of rushing jutsu had precedent over any dash, so it made dashing basically useless. But they got rid of that, they patched it, so now if you dash faster than someone, you will beat them before they get that Rasengan or Chidori off or whatever. So it's a very useful patch up, and I'm very glad that they added this in. And this segues me perfectly into my second point that's very important. Number 2, no more Minato spam. I literally made a video about this, guys. So Minato is finally nerfed, like, because of no more armor jutsu. Basically, whenever he went in the sky and did his heavenly Rasengan, you couldn't even touch him. Like, you couldn't punch him, nothing. Your timing would have to be like maybe super mega perfect, but now you can dash him in the sky. So before he gets it off, you can dash him, basically nerfing Minato. So you no longer need to see a bunch of Minato spammers online. In fact, I don't even see anyone use Minato online at all. Everyone now has taken the time to get their own characters and actually get good at the game instead of just using Minato to spam and win games. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit guilty of this myself because I used to use Minato when if I just needed a couple wins, or like whenever I was in a bind, I'll just use him and spam. You know, it's kind of hard to be better than people. We're all the same. So point number 3 is the chakra refills a lot slower. So this helps because now people can't spam jutsu. And I'll be honest, if you look back to Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, I thought the chakra didn't come back at all, but it actually does. It just comes back very slow, very incrementally slow. So that's very helpful. And that will segue me into my next point, which is the subs actually come back a lot faster as well. I remarked in my first couple videos about Nuns Connections that if you lose your subs, they're gone. Like, you're probably not getting them back for like a whole health bar of health. So be wise with losing all of your subs. But now I feel like they come back a lot faster. So, you know, gives you more chance and basically more grace to make mistakes and still recover. Makes the game a little bit more interesting. That's what I love about Naruto gameplay. It really depends. Everything, it's like chess. There's so many things you need to be cognizant of and pay attention to, and that enhances the level of the game, honestly. At this point in our video, if you're liking what you're watching so far, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps the channel, guys, and I need you guys to help me push to this 10K subscribers. Also, now we can segue into the things that I believe still need to be nerfed and still needs to be worked on to make the game a complete game in a sense. So let's get into it without further ado. My biggest point, number 1 of things that need to be nerfed, are the counters, the revenge counters. If you remember in Nuns 4, whenever you countered, you lost a great deal of chakra bar. Not even chakra, the actual bar, meaning you didn't have as much chakra anymore. So it was consequences for doing that. But with this, you can just do it indefinitely. You can do it a lot. If you did it, I think maybe 3 or 4 times in Nuns 4, you would literally have no chakra to do anything. And the bar takes a while to regroup. But now with this, you can just do it indefinitely, making it a big enemy of the dash itself, because whenever people dash, they just, you know, people are really good at getting countering from what I've been seeing online. Like, I'm decent at it, but it's hard to do it against someone that, you know, you're just met for the first time. Everyone's rhythm is different. So it's a good rhythm changer. I just think there needs to be a consequence for using it. It shouldn't just be you can just do it all the time. Like, people will always find a way to manipulate the system and cheese. So if you give it to them, they will do it. So that being said, I know that's one thing that definitely needs to be nerfed, and comment below if you agree with me. Another thing that I've seen that needs to be nerfed, and this is just overall infrastructure of the game, the throwables, that's what I call them. I don't know what you guys call them. Let me know in the comments. But the throwables need to be nerfed. There should be no reason why I get 1,000 chakra tags a game, and they come back very fast, which will segue me into my next point very well. But before I get into that next point, like, I still need to touch on the throwables. Like, you have a guard break. Before, you used to only get 2 for a whole 3 rounds, or however many rounds you guys were fighting. You only get 2. So that was like a lot more reasonable. It forced you to be good at the game because you couldn't rely on throwables. But But if I always have a guard break to bail me out, break someone's guard, or tag to throw that maybe like can hit that last amount of health, like I said, again, I'm guilty of this as well, but it doesn't help for competitive gameplay because it makes things, people start to rely on outside factors rather than just getting good at the game, which I guess having those things are a part of getting good at the game. It's all about rhythm, but I know that they need to improve those things, and there needs to be limitations because, again, if there are no limitations, people will find a way to cheese and spam, and it's annoying. And on top of that, they just reload way too fast. Like they come back very quick. Like you might throw one and then in the next, I don't even know what the metric is on how they reload. I'm pretty sure it's just a timer. They come back way too fast, I'll be honest with you. And that segues me perfectly into my next point. The support reloads way too fast, at least in online, because there should be no reason why, let's say I get rid of all your subs, but then your support comes back in like what, 10 seconds after you just used it, and now your support subs you out. Like they bail you out because now I'm getting hit by your support when it really shouldn't be the case. I had you dead to rights with no subs. So that's another thing they really need to work on. And of course, overall, just adding single player to ranked match. They need to add that to ranked match. I don't know why. Someone tell me in the comments why you think they're so afraid to add single player to ranked match. I think because a lot of players will really get exposed. They'll really see that, oh wow, maybe I'm not that good because hey, now I gotta just rely on myself and single player. Like if they had just single player, I would be all right with everyone having indefinite throwables. That's a different story. But the support is just like, I literally have been beating people a lot better than me, but they just are really good at using support. It's just like, are we even really having a decent battle, or are you just relying on your support? Support adds a nuance to the game that I would say, yes, it's fun, but they just need to limit things. Like I said, they need to work on things. It's not a complete game yet, but like I said, I think we have about 3 more season packs coming out with DLCs, so we have a lot to look forward to, guys, and I'm excited for what they can do, what patches they'll add, and making the game complete. Like I said in my first video, they're gonna have updates. The game is gonna get better, and I'll link all my old Naruto videos for you guys to watch, and hopefully you're enjoying this content. But other than that, let me know what you think of the game so far. Have you been playing? Who's your favorite character? Let me know in the comments anything you else want me to cover. Also, like I said, we're trying to start these lives for the Elden Ring DLC when it comes out, so stay tuned and stick in because that's going to be very exciting content. But other than that, guys, this was the video for today, and before I let you go, I always got to mention to find your zen, your final form. I'll see you in the next one, guys. And I change clothes like my hoes. I love designer, and I change my flows like who knows. I want the commas, Benny Hannes.